Welcome to the Church of Thomas. Government money, 3, 5, 10. With all the bailouts that happened last year and continued into last fall, between mortgage rebates if you were a first-time home buyer to the cars and everything like this, they kept using a phrase that bothered me. Now, first I'm going to read what Jesus had to say about taxes. And it's important that we understand that, especially in a democratic society, we chose the people who are deciding how many taxes to put on us and what to spend this money for. So, unlike the Romans who taxed the Jews without any representation at all, we do have a say, and we can change it if we don't like what's going on. Here's the quote. When the Pharisees went out and laid plans to trap him in his words, they sent their disciples to him along with the Herodians. "Teacher, we know you are a man of integrity and that you teach the way of God in accordance with the truth. You aren't swayed by men because you pay no attention to who they are. Tell us then, what is your opinion? Is it right to pay taxes to Caesar or not?" But remember, they were trying to trap him. But Jesus said, knowing their evil intent, "You hypocrites, why are you trying to trap me? Show me the coin used for paying the tax." They brought him a denarius. And he asked them, "Whose portrait is this? And whose inscription?" "Caesar's," they replied. And then he said to them, "Give to Caesar what is Caesar's, and to God what is God's." When they heard this, they were amazed, and they left. Now, in their time, it was a tyrant deciding how much taxes, and then the fees added on by tax collectors were sometimes crippling and much higher than even the emperor was asking for and the governor was asking for. But we have a right to ask that there be an accounting of where our tax money goes. So the idea that, in pretty much all of the news stories, they talked about this being government money and handouts. It's your money they're handing out. This isn't government money they're handing out. These are your tax dollars that are being handed out. It should be renamed taxpayer money to re-emphasize who it is coming from. By saying that it is government money, it puts a layer or two of bureaucracy in the way to say, whoa, hey, that's not really my money they're spending, I want some. But if it's coming directly out of your pocket, if they came up to you on the street, picked your pocket, looked through your wallet, said, okay, I'll take half of this, would you complain? I would. But we don't seem to care when there is so much waste going on. There are bailouts of companies that should have been allowed to fail. And there are rebates to prop up companies that have been messing up for 30 years and been bailed out 4 or 5 times. But we keep bailing them out. I have had a small business and I understand that there is a great deal more motivation to fix the problems, do things better next time, if you have to eat the bullet. If you have to deal with the debt that is accrued from your mistakes. I pay my debts as a small business person, but it is my tax money that is paying for people who, according to the government, are too big to fail. I find this to be very disturbing. It's time for the taxpayers in democratic countries to put their foot down and say, no, I want an accounting from the government auditing office, and I want to see where you're wasting money, and the people who are wasting the money are going to get fired. But instead, they put this barrier in between. They camouflage it by calling it government money, which makes people feel like it's really not theirs. And worse, that they have no say in how it is distributed. I think it's time to vote in the ballot booths for people who are going to be responsible and good stewards of every penny that we give them. So far, they have not been. They take credit for every dollar that they give out of mine, but they never take any blame for anything that happens when they mess up and give my money away and it doesn't do anything. Democracy is personal. And that means that each one of us has to be involved, because if we're not voting, we have no right to complain. I vote every single time because I like to complain. And I like to change things. And I like to let my legislators know what I'm thinking. And if we don't, it's our own fault that they're spending money on things that we find stupid. God bless the whole world. No exceptions. Angel Elias.